Do you ever feel like the past has a stranglehold on your present, dragging you down with every passing day? Don't worry, you're not alone. Many of us are carrying around wounds that hold us back in ways we might not even realize. If you're ready to free yourself from the chains of living wounded and move forward into a brighter future, then join us on this journey of exploration and discovery. Let's work together to understand how our past experiences shape our self-esteem, interpersonal connections, and ability to grow as individuals. With this knowledge, let's embrace healing and liberation, leaving behind the burdens of yesterday. So join us now as we embark on a path towards a life unburdened by the ghosts of the past. Let's begin. To start, let's look at what many of us women, who are living wounded, are carrying around inside us. Many of us are weighed down by emotional baggage, a big suitcase or basket filled with past wounds from toxic relationships or emotional abuse. Many of us are still carrying the scars of that experience, resulting in feelings of inferiority or mistrust towards others. What's more, if we've ever experienced loss at a young age, such as the loss of a parent, or as an adult, having experienced the loss of a child, without having time to properly grieve and heal, then this emotional pain can haunt us for a long time, impacting our ability to form meaningful relationships or find happiness in the future. Then there's the impact living with wounds can have on one's self-esteem. If a person has faced harsh criticism, they may start questioning their worth and value as an individual, diminishing their sense of self-worth and self-confidence. It can also create what's termed as limiting beliefs, which are negative views one develops as a result from past experiences. For example, someone who has been continuously rejected in the workplace may think that they are simply not good enough or worthy of success. Similarly, someone who has gone through multiple broken friendships or failed relationships might assume they can't put their trust in relationships, and that it's dangerous to form close bonds. Can't you see how unresolved wounds can detrimentally affect a person's self-esteem? Then the emotional scars of the past can create a barrier to living with joy in the present. When we carry around the unresolved pain or trauma from our experiences, it takes an emotional toll that keeps us from being fully engaged in life. Consider the person who's been deeply hurt by a prior relationship. That pain may linger as sadness, anger, or mistrust, all of which can impede a person's ability to open up to new opportunities or relationships. Or take for example a woman who's experienced a traumatic betrayal. She might feel unable to trust again, making it difficult for her to find happiness and peace in the present moment. Sisters, don't you see how living wounded can make it difficult for you to build and maintain healthy relationships or connections with those in your environment? Someone who's too afraid to open up and be vulnerable, due to past emotional wounds, may miss the chance to form deep, meaningful connections with others. They might also avoid taking risks that could lead to personal fulfillment and professional growth. Dears, this is about the opportunities we miss when we're hurt and afraid to move towards the things that bring us joy. The opportunities for growth, happiness, and fulfillment are sacrificed when we avoid our passions, desires, hopes, dreams, and aspirations for life, all because we're living wounded. Can you imagine what it would be like for a woman who's too frightened to chase her dreams, because she's been burned before? She might never know the fulfillment of a career she loves, or the awesome impact she could make on her village or community. Then lastly, there's the emotional strain that comes with living life wounded. Things like perpetual sadness, fear, anger, anxiety, or even depression can make it difficult for a woman to find joy in her everyday life. This emotional distress can lead to physical conditions such as high blood pressure, digestive problems, and a weakened immune system, all of which can affect her quality of life and add to healthcare costs. So, how can you go from living wounded to living the life you desire, a life of joy, fulfillment, trust, peace, and love? To begin, and we've said this before, give yourself the same compassion and kindness you would give to a friend. Dears, please understand that it's okay to have wounds. Nobody's getting through this life without them, but stop blaming yourself. Instead, practice positive self-talk and affirmations to free yourself and nurture self-esteem. Then, please reach out to a trusted support network. Friends, family, or support groups can provide a safe space where you can share your feelings and experiences. Professional help from therapists or counselors can also be immensely valuable. Next, own your feelings and express your emotions in healthy ways. This might include journaling, which is a favorite of mine, indulging in the creative arts, or using your hobby as a vehicle of self-expression. The point is, processing and acknowledging your feelings is an important step towards healing. Then, you want to learn to set healthy boundaries. This is crucial for emotional well-being. The key here is to recognize what you're comfortable with and communicate those boundaries respectively but with firm decisiveness. Lastly, and as always, you've got to forgive. Forgiveness is probably the most powerful tool for you to walk out of living wounded to living healed, but it's often the toughest tool. We're not saying accepting or condoning hurtful actions or behaviors, it's about moving past it. Forgiveness is about letting go of the emotional burden associated with those actions or behaviors. Sisters, forgiveness is for you. How else will you get rid of the weight of that thing that's still got you doubled over and slowed in your day-to-day living? Always remember this, forgiveness is and will always be more about your freedom than the one who did the harm. Dears, dare to believe this as a truth, and that moving on from living wounded can transform your life in profound ways. It can lead to emotional liberation, better mental health, improved self-esteem, healthier relationships, and increased happiness. It strengthens your resilience, fuels personal growth, enhances physical well-being, boosts productivity, and instills a renewed sense of purpose. Yes, it's a journey, as much of life is, but sisters, it's a journey toward a brighter, more fulfilling future, where you can truly be your best self, living your best life ever. Until next time.